So yeah, you'll have a lot of stuff to deal with. Oh,
Oh wow,
you're probably
they
around
even
when
changed
drones.
the load page, the load up pick.
The what?
When you click play from your desktop, the little
Oh yeah, they also added anti-cheat a few days ago of some sort or other. So apparently, some players who were extremely accurate have been disappearing from the game. So they've got something going on there.
man.
There's a so yeah, you're coming back to I wouldn't say a very different game, but there's a lot of new stuff to play with and get played with by. So and yeah, machine gun. A lot of the staples still are good. Mm, defenders are still good. Tacklers are still good. Spears are still good. Drones are still situational. Um, Cannons have received some various nerfs, but they're still usable. I'd say at the moment the Fat Man is probably the best cannon,
Oh come on, man.
but the little boy's still good. The Executioner's still good. The Avenger's taking some hits, but it's still alright. The Judge still sucks. Um, the Crickets and Wasps have been generally untouched, aside from that durability boost they got a little while ago. So, and a lot of the core mechanics still function the same way they used to.
Okay, I had to go in and out of the game.
For resetting stuff. Oh yeah, the first time I tried that, I got sort of weird frame rate, terrible
Well, no,
smack.
the CrossOut for some reason loads like I don't know. It's like in a quarter of my desktop. You know, it's like the screen
Oh,
got.
I've had that happen on occasion. Yeah, and you got to restart. I've had it happen like 3 times total. I don't know why it would cause it, but I guess it happens with you more often.
Yeah.
Maybe it is an update sort of thing. Uh, what weapons did you
Oh,
usually
dude,
use?
you're gonna have to hang on, man. This thing. It's ridiculous. Now, usually when I get out of the game, I'm gonna have to pause the live feed.
right now. Wires, plastics, and batteries.
Gotcha.
The prices are going insane because nobody knows what. Well, half the market doesn't know what to do with them.
Oh my god, I haven't seen this car in I don't know how long for. Well, a month. Over a month and a half.
But to that end, what this actually means. Hold on, I need to make some market stuff happen. The market magic.
Oh, I remember this one. That was my ugly one. Let's just dunk that one.
Okay, so how these are eventually going to get worked into the economy once they do is the plastics are going to be acquired through a normal raid, where you can presumably get between 7 and 11 of them per raid, which is total ass. And I think, and since you need 250 of them to build an epic purple part, building purple parts may be ass, but hopefully they will fix that. Maybe introduce an additional hard raid that you can get plastics at a higher rate, and then things won't suck. On the other side of things, the batteries that are used for making legendary parts, you get 5 of them from a PvP mission that requires 5,000 power square vehicles or higher. Which means after you fill up on scrap and wires, you can go after batteries. And batteries are used, as I said a moment ago, they are used for making legendaries along with electronics. Legendaries no longer require wires or plastic, and they don't require plastics. They just require electronics and batteries. So, if you want to make legendaries, you can spam this mission for PvP. You can get it. You can get all the batteries you need through PvP.
Gotcha.
And there's a limit of like 1,225 per week.
Holy man, that spike is 1529. That spike weapon you were telling me about?
Oh yeah, that's the high price. The low end is, well, you can buy it at the low price. I got mine at around
low price is still 1450.
Yeah, I got mine about 1380, but they have been down around 1250.
Harvesters are not bad a price for the low.
Oh yeah, harvesters are. Let's see. Actually, they're a bit lower than I thought they would be at the moment.
Yeah.
Harvester's really effective at this time. Let's see what else.
Huh?
Yeah, the Cyclone is. Yeah, that's a legendary autocannon. Think of it like the Whirlwind without the long-range damage bonus, but it's tankier. It's more of a mid-range sniping autocannon.
But it's definitely new since I left.
Yeah, you can't build them now. They were only buildable as part of the event. They may eventually get worked into a new faction, though.
Capcan Mine Layer.
Yep, that's the spider. Well, they call them the spider mines because of the spider build. Yeah. A great support weapon. Not the best thing to use if you want to go solo, though.
Ghost Cab? Did they have that when I was still around?
Nope, that comes in the same pack as the cap.
Oh,
It's the one that gives extra damage while cloaked.
That's nice.
And you'll see on the next page, you're going through the market. The Fortune is pretty expensive right now because of the buff it received. So people are making them.
Oh god.
But, I mean, you can manufacture it once you get fire starters up to like 12 or whatever the thing is. So you don't necessarily have to pay that price for it. You can make it yourself.
Yeah.
The aspect to below that is the machine gun from the event. They are a little evil, but they've been gradually getting nerfs. They got some buffs, and then they're getting nerfs now, so...
Right, everything gets nerfed in this game after it comes out.
Watch out for aspect hovers. They be nasty, sort of darting out, firing a bunch of machine gun fire, darting away.
The higher the weapon's temperature, the higher it's damaged.
Yeah. So
full heat
if
damage
you hold it
increase.
at red line and fire very conservatively, you can do 50% additional damage with precise fire. It's an interesting machine gun. And what else is there? Who's
I'm
on
a
the first
looking. I'm a looking. Just checking it out real quick.
page? Page.
You know, I've never missed an event for this game
Well,
up until recently.
yeah. Well, the effects of that are still floating around. So, the Goliath is the large track. I think
Yeah.
that's on page 6. You'll notice they're expensive because they're from a pack. What else is there? Toes have become more common for some reason. There was a slight nerf to hover height so that toes them.
Mm-hmm.
So toes are being a little bit more common. Also, I don't know.
They drive me
It
up
might
the
not
wall.
trend. They're not really all that much better than they used to be.
It's like, well, you know me, I use my turret. Usually my turret rides or my drone rides. But when I see, like, I remember one map a long time ago, all of us were playing. There's like 3 of them damn things came out of the cutscene and I could not run. It's like, you can't run from them. And if there's 3 of them being manually controlled, you're getting hit.
Yeah, you got to try to outturn them and then get around them, around the person who's firing them. But even then,
Is
it's
the
oftentimes
Colossus
see too
engine
late.
new or no?
Oh no, the Colossus is an old one. I just use that all the time. It's the one that buffs cannon fire rate.
Gotcha. Oh, that Aurora drives me up a wall too.
On page 9, if you look about halfway down, there's a Piercer. That's the newish machine gun.
Page 9.
That was also from the event. I think it's page 9.
What'd you call it?
Piercer. It's a blue part.
That's... and weapons, hang on.
You could just type it in if you want. Insert Pierce.
I was in where it does everything.
Well, I'm also doing everything. It's just down on page 9 because of the... Well, I mean, it could change because this is dictated by the market.
Yeah, because it definitely did change because I just went to 9 in the weapons and didn't see it, and I was at 9 in this page and still didn't see it.
Okay, well, if you look up Piercer, that'll show you. You can look at the Skinner. I mean, you know about that one. It's just got its energy lowered, and it's actually really durable. Okay. It's there.
I found it. It's not a bad price. How's the damage on it?
It does a lot of damage pretty quickly up close, but it's not all that accurate. It's just kind of halfway between a machine gun and a shotgun.
So it's basically a widespread then.
The spread blooms out really quickly. It's precise when you start firing, but it very rapidly spreads out. And if you try to stagger fire for accuracy, you lose most of the DPS.
Oh wow, you can't tap it?
Well, I haven't tried using it myself, but I get the impression that you can't really do much tapping with it because it fires so fast. If you go further down, if you look up the Fafnir, Fafnir, that's why is the spoiler? Okay, never mind. The Fafnir is basically a heavy junk bow.
It's a weapon?
Yeah. Purple part, it's basically its weird attribute is that the faster your vehicle goes, the more accurate the spread is. So if you're going at 60 kilometers per hour, the spread's really tight. And it's, again, single shot shotgun with that benefits
from... like the junk bow.
Yeah, it's basically a heavy junk bow. The junk bow's still in. The junk bow is the blue equivalent. Yeah, this is heavier, it has more health, it does more damage, it costs more power score, and it has an ability. So, as is par for the course for most purple parts. What else is there, if anything?
Oh, he kicked me out of the clan.
Yeah, you were gone for a month,
As
and
soon
we've
as
been
I
getting a
began
lot.
clan chat, I was like, son of a bitch.
Well, just let him know, and if you're going to be on more frequently, if your game's working, right?
Huh?
You're looking at the list.
It's
But
all
yeah,
good. I got to actually guarantee that I'm actually going to stay. I mean, I'm not ever going to quit, but at the same time, I've gotten really into the other game too.
well, you wouldn't be alone, or rather, you wouldn't be alone even if you can't, immediately get back into the clan proper. Because as you've probably seen, there's a lot of people in here who aren't in the clan proper. Some people from different clans, and some people who just aren't in the clan and play with us regularly. So, in many respects, the Discord room membership is more of your clan membership.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't say it's anything official or anything like that, but you're not going to exactly miss anything except maybe Snappy's chat if you're not in the clan. And even then, Snappy usually switches over to party when he's partied.
I definitely got to warm up anyway, so.
Yeah. Anything? I'm still looking through the list, trying to see if there's anything I missed. There's been nerfs and buffs to various parts. Some white parts recently got a bit of a buff. Nothing spectacular. It was the Docker and the WWT1 or whatever that got small buffs. The Scorpion got a slight nerf, but I don't know how effective it is. Basically, it now blooms when you move.
Oh, wow.
So you have to slow down and steady your aim in order to actually get an accurate shot with it, which might hurt people who use it on wheels more than it hurts hovers, but it was supposed to nerf hover Scorpion usage. I don't know if it's succeeded yet, because Scorpions, you don't see a lot of Scorpions in 5, 6, 7K.
Right. Holy crap, man. It really sucks coming into the game with only one coin. Wow.
That'll hopefully change relatively soon.
Gas is still the same price. Holy wires.
How much wires do you have?
Not much. 400.
You could change some at some point. I think there's some...
That's like quadrupled in price since I left.
Yeah, well, it only really shot up in like the last 2 weeks due to the announcement of the or actually a week or so, because of the battery announcement.
It actually costs more than electronics. Nothing's ever cost more than electronics.
Well, the reason why is because now you don't just need electronics, you need electronics and batteries, and wires can be exchanged 1-for-1 for batteries. So it's easier to trade your electronics for batteries than it is actually at the moment to farm batteries.
Dude, I'm gonna farm wires.
Yeah, right now they're definitely kicking the ass crap. In the last few days, they and had just kept going. Ooh, I've got
17 coins apiece, dude. That's nice.
Yeah, you should also have a look at how much the plastics and batteries are going for, because plastics are hovering at 1750.
I don't have any.
You get them by just trading wires. You can turn your wires into plastics instantly.
Oh, okay.
That's why the prices are all over the place. You can't go back, you can go forward.
Gotcha.
And holy shit, the price is insane at the moment.
I'm just painting my car real quick. I loaded up one of my cars I had in my expedition.
I'm actually been able to convert some of my wires, and well, the price is constantly fluctuating very violently right now. But I was able to convert some of my wires to plastics, and then immediately sell them for about 18 coins per 100. Which is right now they're at 1750 for the plastic for lots of 100 and 178.78 for lots of 1,000,
Oh,
which will naturally not sell as fast.
yeah.
But yeah, everything's insane right now. The
Yeah, it
market's on
always goes
fire.
crazy once there's a change.
Well, there's some parts of the market that are still just as stable as they usually are, like little boy cannons.
I got
They,
two of them
it,
fused.
hmm?
I got
Yeah,
two little boys fused.
you can buy and sell them pretty easily these days. I mean, little boys are always in demand. They nerfed them a little while ago, but they haven't nerfed them too much
They're easy to
more since
build.
then. Hmm?
They're so easy to build.
It's not just how easy they are to build; it's just easy to buy and sell them.
Yeah.
You can probably get more bang from your buck selling blue parts manufactured for like Dawn's Children, Steppenwolf's, and Firestarters, but little boys are always a hot commodity on the market, even if they're not particularly expensive.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I can't sell mine anyway because they're fused. So
Yeah. You don't play the market much, so from what I remember.
no, I always build stuff.
What else is any? That's about it. So this is the game you've come back to. It's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's not gonna change much. It never really does. I mean, a few things added here, a few things added there, nerf here, nerf there.
Yeah, an interesting build I saw just in a raid not too long ago. Someone had built a. They had two cyclones. Those are the legendary autocannons. Well, actually, their build had three cyclones on it because of the raid build, so nobody was paying attention. They weren't really paying attention to power score. They had three cyclones. Their vehicle had two Goliaths on one side. Those are the gigantic treads, as big shields for the cyclones. And on the other side, they had two augers, which are what they renamed. Or augers are the drill wheels
Mm-hmm.
for the drill tracks. They renamed the auger weapon to a borer to reduce confusion. But these are the auger treads and the auger tracks on the other side, which are shorter than the Goliaths, which makes the vehicle lean over onto that side. So it raises the Goliath tracks to cover the autocannons. The autocannons shoot over them.
Gotcha.
And it was just a really clever thing. You could probably do that at like 6K with two cyclones instead of three.
You want to party with Spanky? Because I'm live. I want to get a little bit of action going.
You might want to jump into one of the other groups because I'm actually not really playing right.
Oh, okay.
I've got some food cooking and I might raid at some point, but
I should probably warm up first anyway.
I'm pretty sure last I checked, Doc and Wolf down in Stewie's room were doing bedlam bullshit. They're like slapping boosters on things and spinning around and flying and all that stupid shit. Sting's down in Drew's group. It looks that group's probably full, but they might be looking to make like groups of 3 instead of a group of
Gotcha.
4.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple raids.
Well, anyways, what raids do you usually do?
Oh, right now I'm doing just a 1-star. I'm doing something simple.
Okay.
Like I said, I gotta get back into this again. I mean, it's probably gonna be pretty simple, but
I need to slap a radio on this thing and then go for a... What raid is this? Last convoy. This is probably a terrible idea, but... Okay, that's what they did.
dude, I love this. Remember that inflatable cannon that we won in that one event?
Yeah. Those things
I love the way I got it situated on my ride. I got it situated in the back, but I got it pointed up, and it looks exactly like I'm flipping people off.
Okay, what the I guess recently they changed the amount of copper you get from raids as well.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's...
lower?
Higher. A lot higher. Copper, I think, has gone kind of dirt cheap, but you get it really rapidly. Like, you could get, top of my head, maybe 250 copper from a raid.
Gotcha.
How much do you need to craft stuff, though? Let me see. Oh, you need more to craft things, anyways. But, looking at this, the Apollo costs 750 copper, 750 electronics, 750 batteries, and then 100 scrap. So, 3 raids worth of copper.
Oh, wow.
But then, like, half a week's worth of grinding of batteries.
Gotcha.
So, things will be interesting. We'll have to see where the dust settles.
Right.
And for people who mostly just craft things, then the economy probably doesn't mean quite as much. I'm doing something absolutely terrible and running a quad spike raid build.
Gotcha.
I need to be pretty accurate because of the nerfs they did to the fire rate.
Wow, I got used to steering this thing. I used to whip around like it's nothing. Get the hell out of my way.
Oh yeah, all the raids have different altered mechanics, and some of them suck and some of them don't as much. A lot of them suck. Which one are you doing?
Capture the fuel.
Okay, sounds like War for Fire.
Yeah.
That one's got a slightly confusing mechanic that took people a while to took the general population a while to figure out. Basically, once you deliver the fuel to the thing and it starts filtering, you need to stay at the tower and defend the hell out of it. Because enemies want to attack the tower directly. Even though it tells you to then pick up the fuel and carry it to the point, you need everyone to stay at the tower and defend the tower, because that's what the enemies will try to kill, while only one person carries the fuel to the objective. As soon as the person delivers it, new enemies will spawn and attack the tower, so everybody else needs to be at the tower.
Gotcha. Well, I'm the only one at the tower. I went and grabbed the package myself.
Well, there's 3 packages, so the stuff I'm talking about is the last phase of the raid, which only happens once you've delivered all 3 packages to the tower.
Gotcha.
Capture the tower, then you deliver shit to the tower, then you sit at the tower and defend the hell out of the tower for 3 waves while delivering individual packages across the map. And after you deliver the 3rd one, boss spawns immediately and attacks the tower. Still gotta be defending the tower.
Well, I guess...
Watch out for the purple enemies. The purple enemies are the most dangerous ones when they come at the tower. You need to sort of keep your eyes and ears up to spot them and kill them, because they will do a lot of damage. You still gotta kill all the other stuff. Purple ones, if unchecked, will do a shit ton. Are you fighting nomads, raiders, or lunatics?
What's that?
Do you know if you're fighting nomads, lunatics, or scavengers?
They're scavengers.
Okay. Watch out for their mandrakes. Those things are evil. Why is there a dead guy?
drill.
Yeah, those aren't so bad. It's the trucks.
Turbo trucks.
Yeah. And the ones that drop the fire, and the little cars that drop the fire barrels. They're not that little, but...
Their front right tire is kind of got a little hole in the steering.
Oh yeah, I think there was also something that I haven't really paid too much attention to myself, but some other people in the group have, that there was a bit of a rebalance of some of the driving characteristics of various wheels.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to experiment with what you have and see if you can get see what suits your taste. I think supposedly their handling characteristics are a bit more accurate and true to life now.
Yeah.
How they perform on various surfaces and how much drift and weight and grip they have.
I got the big giant farm wheels in the back and my oh, I forgot what they're called. The
Large wheels?
with the spikes on them.
Shivs.
Yes, I got my shivs.
Shivs are fun.
I got a bunch of them fused too.
They're violent.
Yeah, I have no more weapons. Oof.
Use your tires.
I just like took like 9 screenshots of that.
Oops. I usually bind myself a strong Cortana ever since that Windows update popping up all the time. I bound my suicide button to my mouse for convenience sake.
God, my feeling like this man, I can't even aim at this. Looks like we cleared out all the bots. The whole front end's gone. Lost.
I'm gonna be gone for a little while because I got some stuff to take care of.
Alright, buddy.
So I'm gonna hop down to the Drew's room. Or well, Drew's honorary room. Take care. And may see you later. Or tomorrow. Or whenever.
I just blasted the hell out of that damn boss. And still is in last place. What was my best ride though? I can't believe I got rid of so many rides. do I have on it? Oh, wrong one. 77 of 80, huh? Yeah, it does get 4% more reputation. Yeah, that's so stupid. Bullets usually get blown off right away, so it doesn't really matter to me. Just a few little pieces. I wonder. Yeah, we don't want this signed up. What is this? This is what we want. Okay. I think we're all ready. Oh, yes. More pieces. I am scavenger. Oh, you're kidding me. Let's go like that. That's it, huh? You're gonna have to give me a moment, people. I'll be back. My kid just messaged me, so I'll be back in a few. And yes, we will be continuing to play this. I want to get back into this again. And would like a lot of people to check it out, because this is like new to me, a bunch of new stuff anyway. Have a good talk to everybody in a bit.